Well, the market continues to reprice itself. And on here, and every day I look at the market pricing. The pricing is going up for Scarlet and Violet, for Sword and Shield. Uh, Battle Styles is at $150 a box. There's an unlimited supply of that shit on Pokemon Center. People keep buying it; they can't get enough. The supply continues to decline on TCG Player. Now, a lot of it's sales, but a lot of it's people pulling items off the market because it's so volatile. And this kind of reminds me of there's an article. I actually pasted it here, and I'll use it as my thumbnail. It's called the cost of timing the market, and how this relates to Pokemon. And I'm kind of breaking my own rule here, showing a graph of the S&P 500. But there's a lot of folks who are on the sidelines waiting for the reprint. They're kind of scarred by watching big declines in pricing and value for an extended amount of time. And it kind of reminded me of this, and I know it exists, so I looked it up. And it basically shows what your returns would be. And this is 2003 through 2022, so it's dated a couple years at this point, but it's still completely viable. And it basically shows if you invested $10,000 and you had it in the market the whole time versus if you missed some of the big win days. Now, granted, in the stock market, most of your large up days are kind of following a big down day. You see some of the 2008 big up days. I mean, obviously, 2008 was the financial crisis where, I think S&P bottomed at like 666. But it just goes to show that if you miss the 10 best up days, your returns get more than cut in half. And this goes to the time in the market is better than timing the market, et cetera, et cetera. And, there's a lot of folks that use that saying. But the reason that that's important as it relates to Pokemon is, we've been in a bear market for a while. And, there have been some little green shoots, some little bit of life in June, July. I guess May is when Twilight Masquerade came out. And a little bit of interest. We had an early buyout of Greninja, which kind of started the entire thing, which nobody expected. And now we're in a full-blown bull market. And those of you who are on the sidelines, you don't like Scarlet Violet, you think base set sucks, Obsidian Flame sucks. I'm pretty sure I'm on the record of saying both of those. Paradox Rift is trash, Stellar Crown's trash, Temporal's okay, Twilight's too expensive, Surging's crazy, Paldea Evolved. Yeah, it's cool. Those on the sidelines have missed out. And this is just the graph that I've shown a couple times, and the last time was actually on the 28th of December, so 6 days ago. But I just want to walk through how crazy this market is. On October 28th, SV base was at par at $100. It's 135 now. So 35% return in 2 months. And the supply on the market is down 17%. And this is a set that, people don't really care that much about because it's base set. Paldea Evolved, it's up $49 a box, 36%. Now, the 136 in October was a little artificially depressed because we did see some product come to the market. But this has recovered so quickly. Now you're at 185 now. The quantity in the market's 115 boxes. It was 165 on the 28th of December. So 30% decline in supply. Obsidian Flames, it's at $155. They couldn't give this damn box away for $95 for the longest time. Because the world was swimming in Charizards. Yeah, it's up $25 since October 28th. Supply down 40% to 131 boxes. Anything sub 200 is like absolutely nothing out there. Paradox Rift. Distro had this as recently as 2.5 weeks ago. I know because we bought 25 cases of it, and I think we paid $95. 114 in October. It's $140 now, and it's going higher. It's up 22.8%. Now the supply's only down 7%, but this is the supply demand chart is shifting. The pricing graph is shifting, and it's shifting up. So everything's being repriced. Everything's moving toward MSRP. Temporal forces, this thing was dead forever. I was telling somebody a story yesterday. In June, when TCG Player had their Chaos Week, I bought 10 cases with the 13% discount. I think I paid like $542 on average with sales tax because they were just dumping them like crazy. These boxes are at $145, and there's no volume on the market. 149 boxes on the market. Now, I think there's some additional supply coming to market, as I've mentioned multiple times, but it's gone to par. It just is. Twilight Masquerade. This is only up 1% since October, but there was a restock and some additional supply pushed into market, and we've worked through that. Pokemon Center volume and the sales is accelerating. I mean, we had 216 boxes for sale 5 days ago. Now we have 54, 75% reduction because everybody knows that Pokemon Center is about to run out. You know, there's 3,300 boxes 5 days ago. There's like 2,300 boxes now. So think of the supply as the quantity starts to decline and get close to being sold out. It's almost like a cup of water. So you tilt it a little bit. There's a little bit that splashes out, a little bit that splashes out. And the more that the cup turns, the more water spills out. And it just gains momentum to the point where people are just trying to buy it hand over fist until the cup's empty. And that's where we're at right now with Stellar Crown. And that's what we've seen with all these products that have sold out on Pokemon Center. I mean, shit, the Fusion Strike, building battle stadiums are like $100 now. We were kind of pounding the table on those at 60 and saying, hey, you know, the packs have upside. I didn't know it was going to be immediate upside. Look at Stellar Crown, $107 on the 28th of October. You know, I ran my TCG Player sale for Surging Sparks. Sold the boxes at 180, but Stellar Crown at 97. Now, I didn't only buy Stellar Crown, but I bought $60,000 of Stellar Crown. And I got laughed at. I got mocked. You know, the return of Stellar Crown since I bought that is about 33% better than what it is on Surging Sparks. Now, is that statistically significant? No. But I've earned a better return, with a much lower risk profile than if I would have stayed in Surging Sparks. Now, both would have worked, but you know, it's a little bit of art versus science here. Stellar Crown's at $140. The best-selling booster box next to Surging Sparks is Stellar Crown. Sold like 50 boxes, 60 boxes today. So, you know, 31% return in 2 months. There's 164 boxes on the market. And then Surging, 248. You know, we basically went from 215, closed at 215, opened at 250. Yeah, it's like they just blew out earnings. $103 change in 2 months, 71%, which is insane. And supply, which has been around 500, 600, 700 boxes forever, is down to 171 boxes. So a lot of the big boys have pulled product off the market. I think we're all reasonably educated on TCG Player Pro, where, you know, the big sellers, 50,000 plus, you know, they showed 3, 4, 5, 6 items for sale, and it's just auto feeding into the market. A lot of those folks are gone. Now, some I think they've sold, and some I think they've just pulled off the market because there's too much volatility. You know, why sell too low, and why risk it? Pull it off the market, let the dust settle, and then you just fucking smile ear to ear. So anyway, guys, it's a little bit of a life lesson where don't time the market, just sit in the market, because if you miss a big leg up here, and you know, most people are up 50% for the year, 100% for the year on their booster boxes, and it does nothing for the next 3 years, you're just sitting on dead money because you made a poor decision, and you know, nobody saw it coming. So anyway, guys, just wanted to share that. Like, subscribe, enjoy the Discord. I guess. Have a good night.